Well, we're back now again with this Danelectro Baritone, and we've completely sanded the front, back and most of the sides. We're going to leave some of this black paint here along the side, and we've taken all the gloss out of it and it's pretty much gone to a flat black. So that'll help us when we go to paint it. It gives us an extra layer of paint there already, so as we start to sand down the layers and sand down the clear coat and all of that, we don't accidentally burn straight through to bare wood. So that should help us slightly. And our next step after all our sanding now is going to be to deal with all these little holes here. Some of these here at the bottom are from where the original pickguard would have been. At the moment we don't know if we're going to be replacing the pickguard. We don't actually have the original. We may purchase a replacement one, but we'll see after we have most of the painting done. But especially these 3 holes up the top here and a couple of these holes here definitely aren't on the original at all. So what we're going to do is fill all the holes, and then except for these here which are for the bridge, and after we've filled all the holes we'll be using matchsticks and toothpicks and that. We'll be using wood glue and wood filler. We'll sand it all flat again, and then after the entire painting process and finishing is done, if we decide to put on a pickguard again, we can just simply re-drill those holes. So I'll just give you a brief run through of what we're going to do with these holes. We'll just show you what we'll do with this one, and we'll skip ahead and do all the rest ourselves. So the first thing we're going to do is actually drill out the hole. Now this may seem counterintuitive, but because there's so much crap basically inside the hole and various different paints and stuff like that, we want to make sure that the wood glue we'll be using adheres properly and that the wood filler can get in and do its job, rather than mixing with whatever kind of chemicals may have been in the paint or anything else. So we just quickly measured up the hole just by eye, and it's just under 3mm. So we're going to drill a 3mm hole just to get rid of all the stuff around the edges and inside the hole. So you can see that's just brought out some dust, and you can see the various different coloured paints. And you can see now that's a nice clean hole we have here to work with. And so then what we'll do is we'll take our toothpick, and we can see it's just a little loose. So we'll just try a match, and a match is just ever so slightly loose as well. But what we'll do is we'll go with the match because it fills the hole mostly, with just some small spaces on the side which will be filled with the glue, and we may sprinkle some sawdust on top as well. And then once we cut the head off, we'll cut it flush and we'll get back to it with some grain filler. So we'll just skip ahead and do that now. So as you can see here now, we've filled in all the holes. We've used various matchsticks, toothpicks and combinations of both. We're just giving them a decent glob of wood glue on them, and just made sure that the hole is very well packed. Sorry, this is just full of double entendres. So they're all in there now. We'll give the glue a while to set up, then we'll come back and we'll cut the toothpicks and matches down flush with the body, and then we'll go over and sand everything again. If we see any gaps or anything like that, we'll just give it a squirt of wood filler or possibly grain filler or something like that if the hole is particularly small. If there's any large gaps, we'll come back with another toothpick or something like that. So we'll bring you back again after we have the body flush. So the rain is absolutely pelting down here. You can probably hear it beating down off the roof. So it's been overnight, and the glue on all these matchsticks and toothpicks that we use to fill the screw holes are all dry. So what we're going to do is just take a flush cut snips to take them down as close to the body as we can. So after taking down all the filler matchsticks and toothpicks we'd use, there's still some very small gaps in some of the holes in that. So what we're going to do is just take some wood filler fill in all the gaps, and again leave it overnight to dry and then come back and sand.